Well, let's see here. Gotta figure out where to put this phone at. I really hope. Oh man. Doing the best I can with what I got left. When you throw your cast net on something and you tear it, you can repair it, and I did. And then this morning I came out and I couldn't see, it was dark. And apparently I threw it on another something, but it wasn't before I got a few pieces of bait anyway. But anyway, we making lemonade from the lemons, I suppose. Been pretty good so far. I've already had about 3 fish in the boat: small blue, medium blue, and a fun-sized flathead, probably 16 or so pounds. And now I'm just taking the lead off of this cast net now. So if I can find me some sinker molds, I'll use this lead I'll turn this lead from this cast net into lead for weights. Oh man, it's a pretty morning, I know that. Won't be long before I got to come out of this hoodie though. Golly. It's supposed to be 85 degrees, I think, today. 84. October the 24th. I'm supposed to be wearing a hoodie all day long, but come on. Come on. Put it down. Come on back, buddy rope. A few little bites, man. Channel cats, I believe, messing with my bait. But man, it's been pretty this morning. Goodness gracious, it's been pretty this morning. I hate to tear up a cast net like this, but I've already repaired it a couple of times. This one, man, I didn't get much use out of this cast net at all. This is a 10-foot net. I've never had one that big before, but it's got 5/8 inch mesh on it. 5/8 is just about perfect, honestly. I mean, it's real close. I feel like I might be able to go up to a 1-inch mesh size, but you know, there's a few smaller shad that will slip through that. Probably 6-7 inch thread fin, the smaller gizzards, and you know, sometimes when bait's hard to come by, really good live bait, very good live bait. Matter of fact, I caught a spot this morning on one. I threw one out right behind the boat on a 8/0 circle hook, Gamma-Gatchu circle hook, and I thought it was a channel cat because the rod was just shaking like crazy. And you know, a channel cat, when he gets that hook in his mouth, they go nuts. They start acting up, cutting a fool, and I picked up on it, and it was super light. But I thought it was my bait. You know, I mean, even a little tiny gizzard shad or a little tiny thread fin will, you know, you can feel it on the other end of the line. But I got it up, and then I thought, man, that's a tiny little channel cat. Nope, about a 14-inch spotted bass. So he's gonna get turned into bait here in a minute. I'm gonna go get in a deep hole and drop that dude down hole. See if there's a big old flathead down there waiting on him. Yeah, it's only 9 o'clock, 9:15, and I got to come out of this hoodie. It is hot. I don't know if this Facebook, I don't know if this YouTube Live is going to be any good or not. it can get rather boring out here, uneventful. But then again, things can change very quickly. You know, when you're fishing out here, it's just real quiet and peaceful and not a lot happening. And then all of a sudden, all heck breaks loose. And that's what happened to me earlier this morning. I was actually on a call at work. I got the day off, but I decided to join in on one of our team calls because I like to hear what's going on. And I'm just fishing. I'm just watching these rods bounce. So I got just as soon as I started telling them that, they said, "Why are you joining?" And I said, "I'm just watching these rods bounce. I'll listen in." And about that time, 2 bites in a row. Got a double. Got a blue and a flathead. But thank goodness for a mute button. Never, ever, ever trust a mute button, y'all. I don't know if any of y'all work on Google Meet, Zoom calls, Teams, whatever, but man, I've heard some crazy stuff on these calls whenever people are thinking they're on mute and they're not. Uh-oh. A little piece of bait I didn't get out of there. Well, got our lead off. You got a 10-foot net. You get about 10 pounds worth of weight. So if I can turn that into my no-roll sinkers or my disc sinkers or whatever, that'll be good. Now, this right here is, how did I miss those? A couple of weights. This is just absolute garbage. So anyway. Phew. Told myself I'd stay right here in this spot till I got through cutting up that net. But my goodness, it sure is nice. I had a little current when I first got here, and there is hardly any current at all now. A little bit of current. Not much. I've just been getting dinked over here on the bank. Got the channel I'm in. I'm throwing a few baits over on the bank, and then I've got some other baits up on this flat, this real shallow area. And I've had a blue come off of the real shallow area. I've had a spotted bass and a flathead come out of the channel, and I had another blue come over here off of the bank. I'm sitting right on top of some structure. I thought for sure I was going to get tangled up in this mess, but so far I haven't. But it's still early. I'm not done yet. Let's see. The sunshine has got me to where I can't really put you guys in a good spot. Let's see if this will work. Bear with me for a minute while I get you guys set up in the better spot. If I can get you set up in a better spot. Let's see. Darn sure don't. That's a little better. I've been in this particular spot now for about an hour and a half. 4 fish. Not bad. Nothing big. I got a 15-pound flathead, 16-pound flathead. My fillet knife is broke. I'd like to make some fish nuggets out of him. But I need a new fillet knife. An electric one. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. All right. How about that, huh? That feels like a better fish. Oh, yeah. We taking drag, folks. Yes, sir. Turn on my camcorder. How about that, man? YouTube Live got the takedown, y'all. That's pretty cool. That is, oh, he's taking drag some more. He's going straight to that structure, though. That's not good. That is not good. Come here, big guy. And he's going straight to that structure. Come here, dude. Get out of that. There we go. Come on back over here. Come on back over here. Come here, buddy. Oh, buddy. Oh, I like to hear that drag like that. I gotta get me a net. How about that? Oh, dang. Oh, come on, guy. How about that? Woo. Yes, sir. All right, I'm gonna take that clicker off. Unless he runs again. I like it when they run. All right, y'all. This was just too good. Get my net now. Let me get my net, buddy. I thought that was a channel cat over here making this rod bounce. I believe it was this flathead tickling the bait. And that's pretty cool right there. Come back over here one more again. Got him. Got him. Oh, yes, sir. There's a 20-pounder. Pretty close. Oh. Every bit of 20 pounds. That little girl got some girth to her. Let's see. Give me a second. I'm gonna see if I can tighten this up a little bit. Bear with me, folks. I got a good one on board. I'm trying to get a better camera angle. Sorry. No, this is a pretty rough video right here. Well, filming's hard, y'all. Filming is hard. Well, let's see here. How can I do this? Trying my best to get this stupid phone. need some clamps, man. Hey, did we get it like that, maybe? This is some terrible video. So sorry. So sorry. Best I can do. Best I can do. All right. Man, you showed up at the right time, buddy. Yes, sir. Where were you at Saturday? All right. Let's see. Cool. I want to get a weight on it. I'm just curious. Get the old scale out. What y'all think he weighs? Any guesses? Any guesses? I'm gonna say 22. Let's see. 21.5. I was close, but I went over. If this was the price is right, I would have busted and it wouldn't have counted. 21.5. Yeah, buddy. Let's see if these are right. Yep, very close. Good to know. These Rapalas have got a scale built in right here, so. Yeah, buddy. 21.5. I'll take it. I'll take it. Let her go. Heck yeah. Been a good morning, y'all. That, you wanna know the secret? I believe that's the secret. Can you hear that? This right here is just it's a spook lure without the hooks, obviously. I spray paint it with that white Flex Seal because they'll get water in them. You'll know it's got water in it whenever those rattles quit working because they'll rust. But you take that and tie it about 5-6 inches off the hook, run you a leader that's, oh, I don't know, 24 inches plus your spook plus your 6-inch, so you're looking around 30 inches right here all in all. It doesn't work well with live bait. It works best with cut bait because that live bait will swim up and use that float, and then you just get it all kind of tied up. So anyway, man, that was cool. That happened on live YouTube. I'm pretty pumped about that. Pretty pumped about that. Sure would love for it to happen again, though. That'd be awesome, wouldn't it? I got to come out this hoodie, though. This thing got hot. Sure. Supposed to be 80 some odd degrees, like low to mid 80s. Very cool. Right there. That's on. Get out of here. Dang. Got my seat all nasty. That's on the small end right there. That is definitely on the small end, but I like that size. I'll fillet it out a little bit. Cut a piece off of that tail. Cut a piece off that tail, kind of fillet it a little bit. He'll drip blood really good. Run him right under the chin, through the nose. Tighten it up. This one's been out there for a while. I want to see if it's still alive. I've got a couple of live baits. They don't have the Santee Cooper rig or the rattle. They're just a straight Carolina rig. And he's still kicking. He's still kicking. All right. Y'all want to know what it sounds like to hear a fish scream? Put a live bait on here and throw him. That's him screaming. Yeah, I don't know how much longer I can stand this, but that was cool. I was getting ready to leave, and then that happened, so. Oh boy. Heck yeah. Alright, man, that was awesome. Sure would like to do that again. Doggone shad got blood everywhere. When you cut them on that tail like that, just kind of fillet their side down and then chop their tail off. It'll allow, especially right there along their spine, all that blood and that fish is kicking out the whatever slime it puts out, ammonia and everything else, and that is definitely an attractant to these big old fish, or any fish, not big fish, but any fish. Come check it out. So got a lot of structure over here on this side of the boat. I was worried that fish was going to it, and he did. Started swimming right into it, and then he just finally got him to work back over this way. These catfish, they fight straight up and down. I mean, if you can get them to the boat, they're going to fight straight up and down. Occasionally, you'll get one that runs all over the place. My niece was here in this very spot about a week ago, and she had a blue cat that picked up from over here, slap over here, slap back over here. I thought it was a striper or maybe a gar, but it felt like a big striper, and it turned out to be a 20-some-odd pound blue. They just, sometimes they do like that, but I love it. Oh man. Yeah, this phone situation is not ideal. I need a better tripod or something. My goodness gracious. coffee. I'm out of coffee. No fear. Got a jug of water. I never got a chance to eat my breakfast this morning before I started working on getting that castnet taken apart. These weights, y'all, they're expensive, man. I was just about out of them, and I had to buy a couple real quick before a fishing trip. And you know, when you fish with 5-ounce weights, 6-ounce weights, they get real expensive real quick. And I didn't realize it. I've got a couple of buddies I know now that sells them, but I didn't know that till after the fact. But I'm gonna try to take these big pieces of lead from the castnet, melt them down and pour them into a mold that a friend of mine's gonna hook me up with, hopefully. Yeah, I thought these rods were getting hit by a channel cat. Flatheads will do that too. Flathead bite, man, it just barely pecks at it. Sometimes it'll pull it into its mouth and it'll just sit there and hold it in its mouth for a few minutes and then slowly start moving out. You won't even realize you have a fish. Blue cats don't normally do that. When a blue cat hits a bait, he hammers it. I don't know what that one looked like though. I'll have to go back and look at the video. It looked like he took it over pretty good, but I know he was tickling it before he did that. I saw it. Y'all couldn't see it. I had the phone facing the other way. That's why I'm so impatient. I'm so impatient. That's why when you see one just kind of bobbing up and down, leave it alone. Circle hooks, they got to get that bait in their mouth. J hooks, you might be able to get away with trying to snatch that hook into his mouth, but these circle hooks don't work like that. They've got to get that bait in the mouth, and then you slowly start putting pressure on it, and as that circle hook rolls out of its mouth, it kind of rolls over into the corner most of the time, and it'll get hooked up. But when they just kind of tickling it like that, don't try to go over there and set that hook if you got a circle hook. Let that fish load up and do it himself. Y'all, I think I'm gonna sit here for a few more minutes. See what happens. There it goes. Come on. Y'all can't see that. He just got hit. I wished I would have went Facebook or YouTube live sideways, but my phone's vertical. If I turn it this way, it's just y'all gonna be sideways on me. I don't know if there's a way to change that. I don't think so. No, I don't think there is. He just got hit again. Let me see if I can do something a little bit better with this phone. Hey, check that out. All right. Didn't know this thing did that. There we go. That one right there. That one. I was watching. These fish are big time camera shy. If they know you got the camera on them, they'll stop. I can't believe we just got one on YouTube Live. That's really cool. sometimes if you take these baits, just drag them 2 or 3 feet, gets the attention of something around it. Occasionally it will trigger a bite. A lot of time when a boat rolls by, when that boat comes by, it pushes your boat over from the waves and from their weight, so it makes your bait slide a little bit. I call it a barge bite, but I think it's because these baits just got moved a little bit and it triggers a bite. That's my theory anyway, and I'm sticking to it. I really don't know nothing about fishing. I just come out here, cut up baits, throw them on the bottom, and see what happens. And that's a true story right there. I have no idea. Uh-oh. Darned old battery done went dead on my GoPro. Or it overheated one. It's hot, y'all. My goodness, it's hot. Yeah. I hear you. I don't know if I'm a fan of this darn GoPro. I got this thing back in January, and I mean it's a good quality image, but I've had troubles with it overheating, and I've had one of the things, a feature of it's called hindsight, and it'll be recording all the time, but it really does. Yeah, it's hot, man. It's hot. Overheating. GoPro. Thinking about getting a different camera. Selling this one. Man, it's hot. I don't got no ice or nothing. Anyway, it's got a feature called hindsight, and it'll be recording, but it doesn't actually start the footage until you press the button, and it will have recorded 30 seconds in the past, and that helps, especially when you're trying to, make a video and you don't want to have to work through hours of footage just to find the takedown and find where you caught the fish. So I like that, but hindsight only works for 15 minutes, and then it cuts off. And there's like, you can download some software to the GoPro so that it's a hack, and it'll override that, and it'll record all the time. And also, hindsight doesn't work when you charge it. So if I've got a charger here, but anyway, it's just got some bugs to it. And you'd think GoPro would fix something like that. I mean, that seems simple, especially if somebody has been able to figure out a hack to download and get around that. But whatever. It ran out of battery. It didn't overheat. It ran out of battery, but this battery I just put in it is only 36%. So I'm gonna plug this one in, and we just won't run hindsight. Since we're live on YouTube, I guess getting that footage there. There we go. All right. I like putting together these films and stuff. It's a lot of fun, but sometimes it's just more trouble than it's worth. Castnet hurt my feelings, man. I just looked at the price of these things, and they range anywhere from, the one I want is an 8-foot, 5/8 inch mesh, and they run anywhere from about $140 up. So, See if I can reposition this so that we get more of the rods in. I don't know if that's gonna work or not. Let's see. Man, I would hate for my phone to fall off the side of this boat. Golly. Y'all see me go unlive abruptly, you'll know why, because you are right on the edge of the boat, my man. Golly. Okay, well, I can only get 4 rods in. I've been here now for almost 2 hours. Sun is definitely coming up. I don't know whether I need to be fishing deep right now as the sun comes up, or if I need to go on the flats in shallow water. I don't know if I need to drag the middle of the channel. I don't know. Anybody know where I should be fishing? Anybody know where the fish are, where they stack up during the day? I'm sure there's places where big catfish just congregate together, more than 2 or 3. I mean, like just bunches of them. But I don't know where that's at. I know a lot of times when I see these videos from these other YouTubers, especially up in the Tennessee River area, East Tennessee, when they catch one big fish, they very often catch 2 or 3 really close together. And I've kind of had that a few times around here, but the fish on West Point Lake are not big. But you know, I've caught several high 20s and low 30s fish really close together. When I say several, like right over here, there was 4 flatheads that were mid 20s that I caught back to back to back. And then last year there was a place where I caught. Now there's 2 places I caught some blues like that, and they were 30. I had some that were in the 30s. One was up and way up the river in skinny water, and one was kind of mid lake and 40 feet. That's pretty deep hole around here. Spiders coming out of this bag, man. Up one of these rods for topwater because these white bass and hybrid should be schooling and will be feeding on these small thread fins that come up this time of the year. I haven't seen them come up like they have in years past, but I know they still come up. I saw them the other day. I saw something kind of cool the other day. There was a school of big ones. I don't know if it was hybrids or stripers, but it was much larger than the small, you know, 1 pound to 3 pound range fish. They were pretty decent size, and I wasn't prepared. So we'll get a chug bug on here so that I can be prepared. Tie me an old loop knot on this dude. This particular chug bug's missing his feathered tail. I don't like that. I may wind up replacing that hook with one that's got a feathered tail, or just tying some butt tail around it. I think my dad's got some of that sitting in his garage, or maybe his old garage. His old garage is my new garage. We bought their house back in May. Moved my mom and dad to a smaller place. My wife and I sold our old place, so some of his stuff that's in his garage, we had a huge estate sale, and that went good. But a lot of the things that he had are gone, and he's missing those things because he'll say, "I know exactly where that's at in my garage, and it won't be there." But, oh yeah, that'll work. That'll work. That old chug bug works like a dream down in Harding, up there at the dam at Crowhop. But this one's missing its tail, so normally it's got a feathered treble hook back there in the back, give it a little bit more visibility and action. I heard one. Where you at? Way out there. Way out there. They're probably a carp. Thought they were guard jumping this morning, but I believe it was carp jumping this morning. I know I saw a few carp. Some of them were pretty darn big. Well, the current is continuously slowing down. When I first got here this morning, the current was pretty good. They had generated yesterday afternoon from like 5 to 9 or 5 to something, I don't know. 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. I don't know. They generated in the evening, and there's some hybrid or something right there. Not hybrid. Anyway, so they generated last night way down at the dam, and I think it finally started drawing up here this morning. Good to know. But now it has stopped. Man, that's all right. That's not a. I tied that on at perfect too. It's stuck. Golly Pete. I would turn you around so you can see what I'm doing, but too much darn trouble. It'd be really. Oh, I got a bite. Was that a bite? That was me. That was just me. That was me. a chug bug on one of these rods and I got a sexy shad on the other. What do you think? Man, I keep seeing that thing bust. Looks like a little white bass. I don't want to catch him. Bait may be just a little bit too big. It's only about 2.5 inches long, but it's fat, it's thick. It's not like a rattle trap. It's not skinny. It's got some girth to it. It's a girthy girl. There's definitely some activity out here. See, it's fat, kind of thick. Old square bill. There's a lot of activity over towards the bank. I need my darn sunglasses. That's what I'm missing. That's what I'm missing. Whew, much better. With all the activity on that flat over there, I think I need to shift gears now and go start dragging baits over there on that flat. If not that flat, the one right below it. I've never dragged that flat, and I know it is super skinny. If I needed any bait now, it'd be an easy time to go get it, but I ain't got a cast net. Well, I can do, but it's small. That is definitely shad. The big ones. All right. I think that's what I'm going to do. It's exactly 10 o'clock. Seems like a good time to transition. I fished here a full hour more than I probably wanted to, but gosh, I may go drive over there and just see how shallow that is, because there is a ton of bait. I mean a ton of bait over there, just popping. If it doesn't have a ton of logs on it, that might be a good inside bend to pull. All right, y'all. Well, it's been fun doing this live thing. I may do this some more. 10 minutes after I went live, I had a really nice takedown, and a really nice fish. If you rewind this to go to the beginning of the video, I guess once it is uploaded to YouTube, I don't know how the live thing works with YouTube, but if you rewind and then go back to about 10 minutes from when this thing started, you'll see that fish. It was a 21.5 pound flathead. Hit it good. Yeah, it's 10 o'clock. Sometimes when you tell these fish you're leaving, they'll eat and bite. So I'm leaving. Didn't work. All right. Well, hopefully if I get this video, or if I get this other video worked out, edited, I might get it uploaded here later, or maybe this weekend. So appreciate you guys watching. Talk at y'all later. See ya. See ya. How do I stop it? Good Lord, I'm a noob. My gosh. I literally, oh, there we go.